What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel for another GSPro backyard simulator session here. Today is likely the last time I'll be playing back here for a little while, because like I mentioned, I have my Florida trip coming up and doing a ton of editing and a ton of playing before this, and then as soon as I get back, pretty much I have one day in between, and then I'm going on a bachelor party. So I have plans. I don't know why that fast forward sometimes comes up. I had to just press the space bar. I have plans to play on course in 2 days, so that kind of eliminates that day, and then got to do some stuff, more editing, and just some general stuff to get ready for my trip. So this could be the last time back here in about 2 weeks playing here, but we'll see how it goes. Doing 2 self-selected courses today. For this one, we are doing Bigwin Island Golf Club. This is in Baysville, Ontario, Canada. And the reason why I picked this was, one, it looks pretty cool. 2, it was a new course, so I just clicked on, I think it's Birdies and Eagles is the YouTube channel. They do the whole flyovers for almost every single course, so you can kind of see. Looks like a pretty cool one. But the main reason, on top of just being a new one, a new course recently uploaded, is the course designer's name was actually Hosel Rocket TO. So I like the name. Maybe he or she will stumble across this and chime in the comment sections, but good name. I like your style, and we'll see what Hosel Rocket, the designer, has in store for us here with Bigwin. I did think there is a lot of courses that seemingly up in Uneven Par country over in Ontario, Canada, so another good reason for maybe Uneven Par to make the switch over to GSPro, but I wish there was as many courses around here as there seemingly are with courses uploaded to GSPro from Canada in your neck of the woods, but we're going to give it a go. Pretty nice today, about 70-ish. It was a lot sunnier than that before. I waited a little while to come out just to get some shade, but now there's some bigger, darker clouds. There's a 15% chance of rain, and it does look like there's some darker clouds coming over, but if that's the case, I'll just have to shut this down early. I'm planning on playing one more after this, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there. If I have to cut this short and protect the expensive gaming laptop from the rain, so be it. But everything for the rundown, everything's linked down below in the description. I'd appreciate if you guys click on those Amazon links before you do any of your Amazon purchases. Great way, again, to support the channel at no additional cost. Literally doesn't cost you a penny extra if you purchase anything that you're buying, house related, golf related, clothing, shoes, anything through there. Just I get the small affiliate commission from Amazon for referring the traffic versus Amazon themselves keeping it. So keep that in mind with any of your regular Amazon purchases. But Garmin Approach R10 behind me on a DIY level stand, Country Club Elite mat, DIY stance mat, Callaway Super Fast balls, 10x7 nets, and GSPro you're seeing on my gaming laptop as simulator software. So playing from the furthest back tees, let's take a look at this first hole, which is a par 4 391 yard hole. We'll do the flyover. Been sticking in the habit of selecting the course recommended settings, so both the fairways and the greens were firm, and the stimp was at 13, which is going to be pretty quick. So I'm going to have to keep that in mind for chip shots and approach shots. It's going to be very firm. It's going to help out with drives I put in the fairway. We're going to get some extra rollout, but chips around the green and approach shots could be a little more challenging with such firm and fast greens. But let's see if we can get off to a decent start. Dogleg right, running out a little bit of space there, but we'll aim there. First couple driver swings, especially the first one, usually kind of interesting, but high on the face, pretty close to the middle. It's just going to be a draw up the left, kind of a high sky draw, pretty much right where we aimed actually. I was accounting for the fade a little bit, but not horrendous. Alright, what does that leave us with? 128 up 7. Alright, we're on a down slope with these fast greens as well, and it's going to come out right. So we're going to aim here, and should be just a good stock pitching wedge right at 135. I like that number. Didn't hit a ton of warm-up shots before just because of the rain situation, and I, oddly enough, tweaked my back sleeping. I'm primarily side and like stomach sleeper, and most of the time I have like my right arm out, and it's like I've had it before where it must be just the pressure of sleeping in that one position for I guess hours on end, right in my back shoulder blade. I think just from having like my right arm out, it was tight the past couple days, so I did some probably a little too ambitious foam rolling. I was really sore yesterday, I was going to come out, but gave myself an extra day, but still feel a little bit of tightness and soreness in that right shoulder blade, so we'll see how it goes. But so didn't hit a ton of warm-up shots, but still just working on keeping that left arm extended, kind of locked out, if you will, just for more consistency ball striking. Keeping my back more towards the target as I'm transitioning and coming through, and just more of a fuller release versus kind of putting the brakes on and stopping more here, kind of letting the club wrap around me a little bit more, but we'll see. All right, toey. It's gonna fade, but it's gonna be pretty good. We'll take that. Toe strike, but right where I wanted it in terms of high and low on the face, just a little bit towards the toe, but decent strike, good start to the hole. 1 under through 1. Second hole, par 3, 173 down 11. So that brings us to 162, which again, don't mind that distance at all. Should be a pretty good stock 8 iron. Been playing this to about 160, 165. Kind of missed those days with the Sim 2s when I was hitting my 9 iron, 190, 200. I think the 8 iron was probably, 7 iron was like 190, 200. 8 iron was probably 180, anywhere from 175 to like 185 maybe. I don't really remember my stock yardages for those clubs as much now, but all right, aim here. But that's kind of what you get with weaker lofted, more players type of irons with these 770s. Oh, pulled it left and it was thin. Looks like it's coming back though. That should have the distance. If anything, it's going to be a bit long. And sit. I mean, it was decent. Is it going to come back a little bit? No. But we're on safely for a par. Take that. Still 1 under through 2. On to the third hole we go, which is a par 5, 517 yards. Looking like a dog leg left. Again, I mean, look how great the other impersonator, Hosel Rocket, did a great job seemingly with this one. Again, I watched through the those whole flyovers. They do basically just this, and they piece it together to make a 3 to 5 minute video of all the holes, and a lot of these look pretty awesome. So let's aim. Maybe we can cut the corner a little bit. Aim right there. Still trying to play a little bit of a fade. I don't love those trees on the left, but that should be all right. And as long as this does kind of fade. I didn't hit that first one great. That also wasn't hit great. At least that's gonna fade. Oh, that's drawing. That was a low heel strike. I had that starting left and coming back right. Garmin had that starting left and staying left. Maybe I'm releasing my hands a little bit with driver more than I'm kind of thinking about. Either way, he's not horrendous. We got 260 out of it, 145 ball speed, about 104 on the club, according to Garmin. We are in a fairway bunker though, so that's going to be 5 to 10% reduction, and we've got 240 up 8. So at least we're on an upslope. It's going to come out left, which is fine. Honestly, I think I'm just going to hit a 3-wood, like right here, and hopefully we don't catch that lip. Not a whole lot of difference. I'll probably get an extra, I don't know, right around 10 to 15 yards extra if I hit the 3-wood good versus the 4 hybrid. This is, I believe this 3-wood, oh yeah, it's 15 degrees. The 4 hybrid, I think that's 22. and the 3 hybrid is 19. So you get some extra loft in there, but longer club, a little bit tougher to hit. All that to say, I could hit the higher lofted 4 hybrid out of here, just not to catch the lip, but I think we'll be all right. Not necessarily trying to put it on, especially with that reduction out of the bunker, but it would be nice if we run something up there. Chunked it, it's gonna fade. That sounded weird when it hit. Like something like almost rattled over here. That's kind of a good reason why I was favoring the 4 hybrid for so long, just from the consistency of strike. That one caught it kind of chunky, may have done that anyways, but leaves us with 30 yards out of the rough. We're on an upslope, it's going to come out right up about 2 yards, so 32. We'll aim there and we'll try the 60. Still don't feel 100% confident with a 30-yard shot with this, considering I hit for so long just the choke down lower flighted 56 right around 30, but let's see if we can put something close. Pushed it a little bit right, hopefully that's not too much. Wow, short. Alright, well, goes to show. Actually, that wouldn't have been bad. So carry raw was 28. That would have been closer, and just in the game took 7 yards off of it from that rough lie, and only got 25 out of it. So honestly, that was actually, if we were in the fairway there, that would have been pretty good distance-wise. It was just, I didn't account enough for that reduction, I guess, or just how it came out with GSPro, but still 1 under through 3. 4th hole, par 3, 162 up 5. So we're at 167. I'm gonna grab a drink quick, double check the camera. I guess I'm gonna go 8 iron. Kind of on the higher end of an 8, but should at least put us on the green. Hopefully. All right. Aim about there. Struck it pretty good. It's over fading, but we did aim left. Not bad at all. That's a pretty decently struck 8 iron in my book. 165 landed, despite the firm fairways and greens with the high stimps. We've been kind of getting some of these shots to sit. So, I mean, from 167 or whatever that was, that's not bad. Still been trying to, I kind of go back and forth a little bit, but adjust the club with the, or adjust the ball with the club just a little bit open to kind of really force myself to release my hands. Otherwise, it's going to start right and stay right. That one, I didn't do a great job. Club path wasn't too bad, 5 degrees from the Garmin, but that spin excess was definitely a fade. Not too bad though. So still 1 under through 4, 5th hole par 4, 404, up 11 yards. Ooh, look at that thing. That's like a lookout tower or something. For the ocean maybe. We are on, I didn't look it up, I'm assuming this is a real course. Bigwin Island, assuming there's going to be some decently cool water holes, or at least holes where you can see the ocean or the lake or whatever body of water this is an island on. Alright, kind of a narrow landing spot up there, but I don't know if we'll get that far, especially with 11 yards of upslope. So we'll aim here. There's the left center. Firm fairways though, so we can actually square one up a little bit. Get some extra rollout. Hit a little bit better, but the club face was pretty open. That's going to be probably in the rough up the right. Oh, we got a kick left. All right. 149 ball speed, though. I knew I hit that solid. The club face was just, or more solid. Club face was just a little bit open. And we got a nice bounce there. Kick us back left into the fairway. So, 137 up 6. 143. Guess it's going to be a choke down 9 iron. It's going to come out left. So I'll aim just there. Could possibly get a really well-struck pitching wedge there, but choke down 9 is probably a better option. Playing decent so far. I feel like my ball striking still with the irons is better. Last time I was out here, if you guys remember, I felt like ball striking took a kind of a swing upwards, and I was hitting it better. It's just the, especially the last round, the score I didn't really feel like reflected. Just kind of shot myself in the foot, so to speak, with some wedge shots around the green, but I feel like I hit the ball pretty good, just the score didn't really reflect it, so hopefully I can kind of piece both of those together, have some confidence going into just a fun round with my dad and my uncle in 2 days, and then feel like I'm in a good spot swing-wise for my Florida trip, which I'll be playing at least 18 holes every day, weather dependent, but it looks like we'll have pretty good weather. Basically, when I go down to Florida, it's essentially just primarily a golf trip, or solely a golf trip pretty much, but I'm going to be playing at the bare minimum 9 every single day, most likely 18 every day, and then some days I'll probably play an executive in the morning, and then 18 middle to the afternoon, or vice versa, play championship in the morning, and then 9 holes later on, but some days probably 27. As long as my back can hold up. Alright, choke down 9. Thinned it a little bit and it was Healy. That's gonna fade. Ugh. Alright. It felt relatively quick on the swing. It was just a little bit thin and didn't catch it quite clean enough to get it there. So got a little bit of a tester chip here just off the green. What do we got for yardage? 12 yards. Upslope, which is good. Help it stop a little bit. It's going to come out a little bit left, and the green sloping from right to left. So we'll aim here, and just trying to carry this 9-10 yards, I think. Maybe a little bit too much long left. Oh, we just snuck it in there, I think, for a par. That was about a couple inches seemingly away, less than a foot away from sneaking outside the inner circle. Knew as soon as I hit it, it was a little bit too much, but just enough to where we got it to work. So still sticking at 1 under through 5. 6th hole, par 4, 463. It's pretty cool mountains in the background with some water. Looks like there's a sailboat over here. We'll see if we can see more of that on this flyover. I mean, look at this hole. That's probably going to be the thumbnail. Big tall pine trees, water in the background with mountains. I'll tell you what, all these Ontario videos, I don't know how, I'm sure Ontario is not a small province or whatever it is in Canada, but Uneven Par seemingly has a lot of really awesome courses. I'm sure these aren't cheap, and some of these are probably private, you can't even get on them, but Uneven Par is going to have to start making a list of all these courses. 47 yards of downslope, so this would be nice if we hit one. Low and left. Luckily, side spin. It's not a strong suit with the R10, so I only had it 1.3 degrees of spin axis to the left. However, with all that downslope, I mean, 147, it wasn't hit terrible, it was just kind of low and heely. We got 228 out of it. 239 carry from the R10, 303 in the game, and 328. That's one way to creep up into the 300 club. That's fun. I mean, obviously I didn't really hit it that far, but if you were in real life and you hit a drive similar to that, down that much of a downslope with 47 yards of help. Pretty cool. Leaves us with 134. It seems like we're on a pretty significant left to right slope, although it only shows 1.8 down here. Seems like, obviously, maybe right here is a little bit of a flatter spot, but it seems like everything comes pretty far that way. I'm kind of surprised it's only 1.8. We are on a downslope, so that's going to run out, be a little bit lower spinning and run out a little bit more. So we'll aim here and just try to hit a solid pitching wedge. Up about 2 yards, we got like 136 total. Oh, I thinned it left. Hopefully that fades back. I'll definitely have the distance, but it's going to be long. I may run off the back. Sit. Alright. Got lucky there. 143, kind of a sculled, thin, heely pitching wedge. But, alright. Better to be lucky than good, as I always say. Still feel like I'm striking it decent. That one wasn't so great, but we're kind of getting it to work out. Still sticking at 1 under, which I'm pretty happy about. Hopefully we can keep these pars going, maybe tack on a couple more birds throughout this round. We'll be in a pretty good spot, but don't want to put the cart too far in front of the horse. 7th hole, par 5, 532, kind of one shot at a time mindset versus, I mean, even here, I know, I'm sure some of you guys, if you're playing well on course, you know you have a good score going up through like 7, even like 9 holes, then you kind of start having that mindset of, all right, don't mess this up, just keep things in play, versus kind of being not aggressive, but kind of still going at stuff and swinging freer, not playing like defensive type of golf. All that to say, definitely felt that way when I had that tournament I came in second on. Could feel that we were going to be in contention, so that was kind of the mindset for most of that round. Definitely feel that when I have a good score going through first few holes on course, and still feel it back here too, like 1 under. Definitely pretty happy about. Don't really want to blow this up if I can help it. So and I was actually going back and forth with Outdoors. He's a subscriber. He's got like a kind of a longer, it might just be a random username on YouTube, but it's Outdoors something with a bunch of letters and numbers. But he was saying how he shot, I think, 96 at one of the courses recently from what I remember from the comment. But he was saying he shot 96, but he had like a 12 on one of the holes, which was a par 4, I think. So I was saying even if he was able to limit that to a just a double bogey 6, that would have brought him down to a 90. And we were saying how easy it is within GSPro to have kind of 1 or 2, even just 1 really bad hole, which kind of just blows up the scorecard and kind of seals the fate for it the rest of the round. But all right, enough of that negative talk. We're gonna hit a good one right out into the middle. All right, it actually wasn't bad. It was a little bit toey. I thought it felt kind of high in the face, but it wasn't too bad. We got 260 out of it. Wasn't 100% squared up, but that's manageable. Leaves us with 267. All right. I'm going to double check to see what's up there, but just going to be a 3-wood, and we're not going to get it there. So hopefully just put a decently smooth swing on it, and luckily there's no water or anything. Just kind of bunt one up here and leave ourselves with a little bit of a chip. It does look like there's a hill though up here, so if we possibly ride this hill, who knows, but just looking for somewhere in that area. Oh, that's not gonna get it done. Probably a generous read here. Go. It's gonna stop. That was Healy. I almost topped that. That was a pretty poor strike. Still got 137 ball speed out of it somehow, but that was a pretty poor strike. Yeah, a little bit worried about these clouds. I think it's the inchworms. I can hear inchworms, or whatever they are, the worms in the trees, eating the leaves, and you can hear their poop dropping. It almost sounds like raindrops coming down, but I think it's just the worm poop for right now. Alright, this is going to be interesting. 14.7 degrees of downslope. It's going to come out right. I mean, I'm going to have to hit a flop towards like this direction, because that much of a downslope is going to be tough to kind of get it up in the air and get it to stop. So I'm going to aim for about there, and the rough is 6%, so I think about 25 towards there. Hopefully I didn't aim too far to the left, but that should, if I at least get it on the green, funnel back down towards that inner circle, I think. I don't hate it. Now roll, 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 roll. Just not quite enough. Took a little bit too much off of it. I actually hit that exactly how I wanted to. That was a good strike for that type of shot. I just needed a little bit extra. Aimed a little bit probably too far left and took a little bit too much off of it. Could have used probably closer to 30. Yeah, the carry on that was only 21. Needed an extra couple yards, but still 1 under. We'll take that. That would have been nice to get that to go for bird, but 1 under through 7, 8th hole, par 4, 4-5-4. Looking like a slight dog leg left. Got some bunkers up there to contend with. Back feels alright right now though, which is good. Some better technique, better swing mechanics and technique will probably help me out. That's probably part of the reason why I have some back pains at times, but self-taught, no lessons, kind of is what it is. I'm not obviously swinging to try to damage my back, but there's probably things I could be doing differently to have a little more longevity and less wear and tear. Not a bad strike. Cliff face was a bit open. It's going to be up the right. 106 on the club speed. Just love how forgiving this driver is. Been talking about it since I've had it, but just for whatever reason I can square it up way better. And even on the ones that club face is open or I don't catch great, just way more forgiving than that stealth too for whatever reason. Alright, leaves us with 186 up 11, so we'll call that 4 yards. We got 190. What am I going to hit? Pin's kind of middle-ish right. It's between a 7 and a 6. 6 is probably too much, so I guess we'll go 7, and hopefully this is a big green. We got to get it. We got to roll it out to 185, which is a pretty well-struck 7 iron for me. I don't know if we're quite going to get there, but we may be having a short little 60-degree chip from with on the green. Problem is, I'd rather have a full swing with a 7 than trying to choke down and kind of finesse the 6 iron. So let's see. Hit it really good. A little bit heely. It's going to overfade. Oh. That was probably the heel strike. That was hit pretty solid. It's just a little bit too much towards the heel coming through. Alright, we got a bunker shot. I guess, all things considered, that's one of those. I wouldn't necessarily call it a good miss. A good miss would have been right at the pin, either short or long. That was a decent miss, I guess. It was a good strike. So, 19 yards out of a greenside bunker, which is going to be 25%. So, 10% would be 2 yards. Looking at about 4, so 25-ish. But then we have the whole, we're on an upslope, we have the whole spin factor. So, we'll aim here and probably in the neighborhood of about 20 of carry. should be decent. Felt decent. All right, good shot there. I was worried I took too much off that again, but that was closer. 25 carry, actually, from the R10. Only got 18, or 14 out of it, rather, from the game. But I guess we kind of guessed somewhat right on that to get that to work out. Still hanging at 1 under. So we had to have been what? We got a birdie on the first one, and we've been par ever since. So 1 under through 8. 9th hole, par 4, 391. Take that for sure. Pretty clean scorecard. See if we can keep that going throughout this. Finish off the front, maybe with a par or a birdie. Don't want to get too ambitious, but hopefully piece together a decent back nine. Be somewhere in the neighborhood of 2 to 3, either under or over. Usually even par is a pretty decent round from the back tees at courses like this. Although this isn't the most challenging. Ooh, there's a big hill here. Alright, I guess we'll aim there. We'll see what happens. Down. Here, we're down 18. Alright, this should help. Oh, that was low and left. That'll probably work out though. Funnel. Bounce right. And go down that hill. Oh, that looks like a decent hill too. That was really close from getting a ton of extra yardage out of that. Still didn't hit that great. 146 ball speed, but there's a huge ant crawling on my screen. We got 293 out of it, thanks to that downslope. What do we got left? 83. Alright, this has been my kind of trouble area as of late. It's going to be an approach wedge, and we just got to get the distance right. That's going to come out right. We'll aim right at the edge of that inner circle. It's going to be, I don't know, 2/3, 3/4 approach wedge, somewhere in there. Lately when I need a little bit extra, but when I've had like a 75-yard shot with this club, I have the feel of about 50, and it flies way longer. So I guess I need to have the feel of about a 60-yard shot, and we'll see what happens, but hopefully, again, able to guess kind of right here with the distance. Chunked it a little bit, although it wasn't a terrible strike. And even that's long. Good thing we chunked it. Alright. Carry wouldn't have been bad raw from the R10, 84. But, I mean, we'll take that. We're still another par in the books. 1 under through 9. Onto the back 9 we go. 10th hole, par 4, 413. Seems like, I don't know, maybe I'm just in a decent stretch of ball striking right now for whatever reason, but it seems like locking out that left arm just to keep everything as consistent as possible seems to be helping. Makes sense why people like Bryson do that. He looks way more robotic and locked out, but makes sense if you can make things as constant as possible, and knowing right there, like, your arm only gets so long. Obviously you can kind of extend your arm, but doing something like that versus having a little of more wiggle room and play with bending your arm, you can kind of start getting a little more wayward strike location. But I mean, name of the game with golf is just how bad your misses are, and trying to make things as repeatable and, I guess, robotic, for the lack of better terms, as repeatable basically as you can make them. Alright, let's see if we can piece together a back 9 as decent as the front 9 was. Aim about there. Use some cool looking tee shots though through these big trees. Better swing, a little bit low. Club face was a little bit open. Ooh, Garmin has that drawing. I thought that was going to be a little bit of a baby fade, but not bad. Right in that 260 ballpark. What do we got? 152 up 6. So we got 158. Kind of in between. It's either a softer, smoother 8 or kind of a harder hit 9. I guess let's see where the pin is. Ooh, small green. I guess we'll go 9. We'll see what happens. Carried one on the range in 9 iron, about 150. I think it rolled out to like 157. If I can do that here, I'd be pretty happy. Started left, should fade back. It was hit decent. That should at least be front side. All right, good distance, a little bit overdone on the fade. Actually a tad past pin high, but good shot. We got 152 out of it. Take that all day long. Dead center of the club face. Another good strike. So another par in the books. 11th hole, par 4, 442. Sun's back out again. Oh wow! I just looked up. There are some very dark clouds coming this way. I may have to call it quits after this. They are moving kind of slow, but I may just only be able to get one round in here. Those are way darker than the ones I was talking about before, and that does not look very good. Kind of though, they're moving slow. They're kind of going that way. It may miss us, but that's not promising. All right, let's get through this. Maybe a one and done here. Club face is a bit open again, but not bad. It's going to be up the right. Sticking in that 160, 165 ballpark, which I'm pretty happy with right now. That should go up. Oh, we got 267, never mind. Realistically, that would have been probably closer to 260 on softer fairways, but I think another 15, 20 degrees warmer. Should be able to swing it quicker. I was debating actually using a Pro V1 out here, wondering if a higher compression ball would increase some ball speed a little bit. But all that to say, I think I can probably get an extra 10, 15 yards out of these with like 85, 90 degree humid weather when I'm out here like sweating and kind of all systems go type of shots. 175. All right. Another in-between number. Not going to get the 8 iron there, so it's going to have to be a 7, which I usually play towards 180, 185. But if we're a little bit long, backside of the green or even off the back, so be it. Thinned it a little bit. That actually may work out. Oh, but it's overfading. That's going to miss the green right. Probably bounce into that bunker. That would have been decent distance-wise because I hit that a little bit thin, but got a bunker shot. Try to save par. 24, up about 2 yards. So 26 plus it's like 4 yards. So this is all right. I think we need in the neighborhood of about 27-ish. Trying to keep an eye on those clouds. I thought the sun came out, I thought we were good, but I looked up over there. Gave that one a little bit extra, hopefully it's not too much. Sit! Needed something in between. I left the first couple a little bit short. That one gave it a little bit extra. I think we're still chipping. Alright, so now we're hitting 4. We gotta hold this out to save par. Which, I don't hate my chances. It's going to come out a little bit left, but the green's sloping from left to right. I don't know, we'll just keep it right at it. Don't hate my chances from 7 yards. Oh, pulled it left and I didn't hit that great. Sit. Alright. Gonna be a bogey. At least we got inside the inner circle, but brings us back to even. Still decent round going. On to the 12th we go. Par 3, 216, down 4. Gonna be a 5-iron. Ooh, I can feel the temperature dropping a little bit. That's definitely rain over there. Definitely just trying to get through this one, and I'll pack it up after this. If we even get through it. Hit decent, but it's gonna fade. That's gonna miss the green right. Pin high, just coming across it, leaving the club face open. So much for my whole release thing. But at least I'm striking them solid. Alright, 32 out of the rough. This is on the upper end, and it's up about 4 yards. This is on the upper end of a 60, but we're gonna go with it. I think I need in the neighborhood of about 40. Could probably take out the 56 for something like this, but let's see. Kind of trying to speed things up a little bit now with that. Those ominous clouds. Oh! Get down and get lucky. That's so bad. Wasn't a complete skull, but that was really thin. Something as stupid as those clouds getting in my head. It may not even rain, but alright, 18. We're making a mess out of these last couple holes. Need about 25-ish, I think, out of this bunker. Should have just hit the 56. Tried to hit this 62 hard on that last shot. Oh, I thinned that too. That might be back over the green again. Well, this is what we were talking about outdoors. This is the one that's going to really hurt the score. We're hitting 4. Alright, I gotta chip this in. 12 yards. Now, I kind of chunk drop kick that again, right past the pin. It's gonna be a +2. That's gonna be a double. 6. Triple? Never mind. I forgot that was a par 3. I was thinking that was a par 4. Yikes. Alright, 3 over just like that. From 1 under, gave 1 back to even. Now we're 3 over. Alright, we gotta get some of those back. 13th hole, par 4, 391. That is 100% self-inflicted with terrible wedge shots, but that's pretty unfortunate. Gonna aim there. Don't love how that slopes all the way down. That looks like a gully down there to the right. Hit pretty good. Slight baby draw it felt like, and it is. That should be decent. Should catch that hill, kind of funnel down a little bit to the right. Better swing there. Leaves us with 105 up about 3, so 108. Down slope. Laying here. Gonna be an approach wedge. Just trying to be in the neighborhood of 100. Hit it decent, maybe a little bit too much. Ooh, that was short. I did catch it a tad heavy, but felt like a decent strike. A little bit toey, a little bit high in the face. Take the par though. onto the 14th we go as we fly over. Got the lake or whatever that is in the background. 14th hole, par 4, 422. I guess those clouds, there's even more behind them than I can see. I guess that's the 15% chance right there. I didn't see anything on the radar, but something like that, that does not look very good. Go about there. That could be trouble. Alright. That club face was completely shut when I hit that. Overdid that, plus it was low and heely on top of it. That was just a, wasn't a quite duck hook, it was just a straight low pull left. Caught the bunker though, kind of saved us. I thought that was possibly going to be in the trees. Leaves us with 147, down 7. Fairway bunker though, 5 to 10%. So 10% would be 14. I think I'm just going to hit a smooth 9 out of here. Pins in the back. Not even, I guess, smooth, just kind of a stock 9, I should say. A little bit thin, heely. It's going to fade. Hopefully that catches the right side of the green, and we're in the bunker. It's tough. I can feel myself speeding up, but I'd rather speed up and have a few more wayward shots versus take my time, shoot a little bit better, and then get all my stuff wet out here. I mean, if it even starts to drizzle, I can shut down the laptop pretty quick. It's just by the time I get from here to the house, the clubs might get wet, and then you gotta take them out, dry them off so they don't rust or anything. Kind of just a little bit of a pain, so. All right, looking at about, I think 20. Going 60. Better, maybe a little bit too much though. Yeah, just a tad too much. All right, another bogey. Going down the tubes here with the score. What was that, 4 over now? 4 over through 14. 15th hole, par 5, 5-2-3. Birdie here would be nice. 4 holes left though. Made me think, should try to do like a speed golf round. Literally play as fast as I possibly can. Don't love those trees on the left, but hit better. Right out of the middle of the cliff face. It's about as straight as I could probably hit it. 148 was a little bit, and really not even. I was gonna say it was a little bit low, but that was pretty dead center. Not a bad swing there. Kind of shuffled my feet a little bit. That was a little bit of a Scotty-esque, either slip or off balance. This is with 235, up 3. We'll go 4 hybrid. Just whack it up there. Those are moving away though. I don't know. May get lucky. Could probably take a little bit of a chill pill. May actually be able to play one more after this. I don't know. Tough. I'm not exactly a weatherman, obviously, out here. It's gonna fade, but I hit it decent. tad scuffy, but I mean, par 5, we're hitting 3 out of this bunker. I like our chances from 20 yards. On the green for a par, inner circle is a birdie. Upslope, which I like. It's going to come out a little bit right, which the green is kind of sloping that way. So I'm just going to leave it there and up about 2 yards. So something in the neighborhood of about 20 should be decent. Hold a little bit left, that may be too much. Ooh, or not. Landed soft. All right, take that, that's a birdie. Here we go, back to 3 over. My emotions are, and subsequently score, apparently, is living and dying with how those clouds are moving, either towards me or away. All right, 3 holes left. 16th hole, par 4. Pretty big dogleg right by the looks of it. 479. It's always a tough judgment call. I'm going to be mad if, I mean, there's no real right answer, I guess. Those clouds don't look very good, like I said, but I'll be mad if I shut it down after 1 and then it doesn't rain, but I'll also be mad if I try to risk it and try to play a second round and it does rain. I guess probably erring on the side of caution is better. Low and left. It's fading though. I had that kind of as a low left draw. Garmin had that as a lower fade. Either way, 279. Leaves us with 195, up 5. Should be, if I can hit it decent, a good 6-iron distance here. Or skull it. That one didn't feel great on the back. Try to muscle that up and get it there, strike it good. All right, 26, up 4. We're in the fairway. Gonna come out a little bit left, which is fine. I'm even gonna aim a little bit more that way. Pushed it right and way long. That is not what we were looking for there, folks. All right, 13. Just gonna try to play it like 10 yards. That should roll out a little bit. Go, 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 go. All right. Took a little bit too much off of it, but that was the right idea. Bogey. Just like that. Get one back, give one back. Back to 4 over. 2 holes left. 17th hole, par 3, as I grab my driver. 199, down about 3-4 yards. So I guess we're going back to the 6-iron. Try to strike it a little bit better than that last one. A little bit of a tricky pin location there with that bunker protecting it. chunked it. Started left. It's going to be short, whether that's left or it's going to fade back, either way. Yeah, short left. Ran into that bunker I was talking about. Alright, another wedge shot. 18 yards, up 5. Down slope. Try to open this up a bit more, fly it higher. Try to land it. 20, just shy of that maybe. Definitely popped it up. Alright. Wasn't 100% what I was looking for, but that was close enough to get it done for a par, I think. Alright. 18th and final hole. Oh, this is a cool one too. Look at those sailboats over there. 4 over through 17. Kind of falling apart here. Had a good front 9. We're at this point 5 strokes worse on the back. 18th hole, par 5, 565. Where is my tee? Cool finishing hole. This is a long one. This flyer was going slow. Got a little marina over there. Down 28 yards. All right, I'm gonna call it after this one. So I'm gonna give this one a rip with that down slope. Last driver swing of the day. Not protecting a super low score now that we kind of blew up the back. So the back 9. .149. Look how long that thing stayed in the air. Alright. Didn't get all of it, but 300 on the last driver swing of the day. 315. 253. Let's just whack a 3-wood up there. A little bit chunky, should be relatively straight though. Oh, be good. It's gonna miss the inner circle. Stay on the green though. Sit. Ooh, is that gonna be a bird? Let's go. Those are 2 pretty good swings to end it off. All right, we'll take that. So, take a look at the scorecard before we get rained on. I'll shut things down here. From Bigwin Island Golf Club, GC, in Baysville, Ontario, Canada. Course designer Hosel Rocket TO. Shout out to the other Hosel Rocket. But we ended up with a 3 over 75. So, like I said, pretty clean and better looking scorecard. Right before I saw those ominous clouds. Now that they're kind of clearing up a little bit. But 35 on the front, 40 on the back. Birdie on 1, the rest were pars, and then we started to kind of have some ugly looking pictures on the scorecard. Bogey on 11, triple on 12. Par, bogey, birdie, bogey, par, birdie to end it. But these long drives would be cool with those 40 yards of downslope stats. 11 pars, 3 birdies, no eagles, 3 bogeys, no doubles, but one worse than a double was that triple. Longest drive 328 thanks to that firm fairway and that massive downslope. Average drive 281. There was a decent amount of downslope. Those couple of decent ones that I hit with the downslope and the firm fairways helped that out. Usually I'm right around that 260, 265 number for the average. Although ball speed, that's not terrible. 147 ball speed as an average. 149 was the best. 29 putts, 3 sand saves. Just over an hour because I sped things up a little bit on the back 9. 50% greens in regulation, 9 out of 18, not bad. Want to be at least 50% on both of those, ideally 75 plus, which we were with the fairways. There were some more open holes and hit driver halfway decent, so 12 out of 14, 86%, take that all day long. Gave us a handicap of 1 for this course, and my average is still all jacked up, but it is what it is. Gonna go ahead and wrap things up and shut things down here, just to play it on the safe side. So like I said, probably this is likely the last time. Maybe I'll play once more, but I got less than a week before I leave, and I still got to get a bunch of stuff done. So we'll see. Maybe I'll sneak out here one more time, weather depending, but I'm not gonna push my luck here with the weather here today, and call this good for this round. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I did have a fun one planned for the next one, which I'll have to wait until next time to do. But if you guys have any course requests, GSPro courses you'd like to see me play, anything from really quirky, like that Candyland course that you guys saw, up to world famous ones like Pebble Beach, Augusta. I've played those, but preferably something I haven't played before, just so I can kind of get different type of videos out there for what people want to see. But just give me the name of the course, the location, and just a little bit of background information of why you want me to play it. But just before you do it, look up SGT courses, Google SGT courses. All the courses are continuously updated. I think they're up to almost 1,000 courses now, but if it's available on that website and you can search it up, I can play it here on GSPro. So keep that in mind. Let me know down in the comments if you have any requests. Check out those Amazon links. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys at the next course.